Fantasy sports are everywhere, but they had to get their start from somewhere. Fox 40's Andrew Martin talked with a man who researched the beginning and discovered a strong Sacramento connection.
We are pleased now to be joined by Larry Schechter, a man who wrote The History of Fantasy Sports. I've got a copy of the book right here, and the stories of the people who made it happen. This book came out a little more than a year ago. There's a specific connection to Sacramento, and I want to start with the origin of fantasy football because Scotty Sterling worked for the Sacramento Kings for more than 2 decades. He was their director of scouting for a very, very long period of time, and he's credited with being part of that initial meeting in 1962 that was the birth of fantasy football, right? So what can you tell me about that meeting in Manhattan that really started what we know today?
Yeah, that's correct. So what happened, there's a guy named Bill Winkenbach who was a 10% owner of the Oakland Raiders, and he actually started kind of like a primitive game for fantasy baseball and fantasy golf in the late 50s. And he was on a trip to New York for the Raiders. The Raiders were playing the Jets. I guess they were called the Titans back then before they were called the Jets. So Scotty Sterling was he covered the Raiders for the Oakland Tribune at the time. And Bill Tunnell was the Raiders PR director. And the two of them started talking to Winkenbach on that trip. Winkenbach told him about these games he had for golf and baseball. And they said, well, we should do one for football. So the three of them met at their hotel that night, stayed up very late talking about how they could do a football game, and they kind of created the first fantasy football league. Now, since the season had already started in 62, they couldn't start their league until 63. So in 63, they launched their first fantasy football league.
They took George Blanda with their first pick, right?
That's right. George Blanda was the first pick, and he was a quarterback and a kicker.
And I want to point out, being located in Sacramento, that Scotty Sterling, formerly of the Kings, is not the only Sacramento area connection in this book. Gary Huckabee, according to your book, helped found Baseball Prospectus in 1996, I believe, and he was an MBA student at UC Davis at the time.
Yeah. Yep. And I can't add much to that. I don't know a lot of details about how he did that, but he did found Baseball Prospectus.
Larry, what prompted you to write this book? Well,
I've played fantasy sports for 30 years or so, and for a long time, I've wondered, how did this all happen? It started with ideas people had years ago for games, and it's become this amazing thing where it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's worldwide.
I can only imagine what it was like when all this stuff had to be done by hand, done by fax machine, done by phone calls, right?
Yeah, well, I started in early 90s, and I would have to call my moves into an 800 number, and then I'd wait for the reports to show up in the mail. The commissioner of the league would have to compute all the statistics and standings by hand. They'd get the box scores from the newspaper and have to do everything by hand, take 10 hours a week or whatever.
A lot of the people who did this, when they first started it, they didn't really do it to make money. They did it because it was a hobby, it was a passion. And a lot of those original guys are still playing in their original leagues, right? Is that something that you came across quite frequently?
They're college and high school friends who started a fantasy league years ago, and they're still playing 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, and it's kept them together all these years, whereas otherwise they probably would have drifted apart.
How fantasy sports has evolved over the years is quite fascinating with the advent of technology. The last line of your book is, you question what the future of fantasy sports is going to look like from this point. We already have daily fantasy games now. We have real-time updates. So what do you think is the future moving forward?
Well, if you're quoting the last line of my book, the rest of that says, the next line says, I don't know. The last line is, what will the future hold in 10, 20 years? And it's like, I don't know, but I'll be interested to find out.
The history of fantasy sports and the stories of the people who made it happen. Larry Schechter is the author and our guest. Thanks so much for the time, Larry. We really appreciate it.
Okay, thanks.